Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever, depending on when you're listening to this session, which is going to be talking about the new, in inverted commas, shared ownership model lease. There's my ugly mug. I'm not going to let you see that any longer than you need to, and the usual disclaimer about the slides being for the purposes of training only. So this is what we're going to be covering. I'm going to sort of start off just with a general overview of shared ownership to put in context some of the points I'm going to be making about the changes. And then, although I've billed it as the new model lease, it's actually the 2021 model lease, which has been varied slightly in the last few months. And the reason this is being done now is it's quoted as the new shared ownership lease. Is that this lease is now coming into widespread use, so it's going to be appearing on your desks soon if it hasn't already. So we'll be looking at the background of the changes and exactly what the changes are. There are completely new provisions and there are amendments to the existing provisions, and then we'll have a look at some general issues to do with proposals for enfranchisement for shared ownership properties. So starting off with the basic overview, just by way of background, shared ownership has been with us. Those of us who practice in the field will know that shared ownership has been with us since the 1980s. It was a spin-off of the right to buy legislation, for want of a better word, and it was introduced with the aim of assisting those who are unable to buy a property on the open market, who are financially unable to buy a property on the open market, to get themselves onto the property ladder. And that basically, the original proposal and the original intention behind the scheme continues to this day. And there are income and eligibility criteria. The income criteria is based on the household income, and it varies according to where you are in the country. There are higher levels in London than there are elsewhere. There are other eligibility criteria, none of which we need to be overly concerned about, because these are the responsibility really of the housing association allocating properties to individuals, rather than to you or I acting for the purchaser. Shared ownership is primarily used by first-time buyers, but it's not exclusively first-time buyers. There are a number of circumstances in which somebody who is already a homeowner can meet the eligibility criteria. For example, following a relationship breakdown, the property is being sold, and one party with the children can't afford to buy a property with the money that's left over, then they can, in that situation, qualify for shared ownership. But that's just one example. There are other instances where individuals who are already property owners can qualify.